Hi, we were talking about the Dow and basically some ideas of what was happening with it Elliott wave wise, and I think it's pretty much a given that this is wave 1 and this is wave 2. I think everyone agrees upon that. Some people were saying that this was possibly a wave 3 up here and this was a 4, and now we're on our way to do a 5. I don't go that all that well for the simple reason, if we have a look at this here, we can see that wave 1 is basically greater than wave 3, where wave 3 is meant to be the largest and most powerful wave of the set. Also, a few other things I'm sort of looking at here is moving averages whenever it's made these turns, and it has crossed up through the green's crossed up through the yellow, and the red's bounced off the yellow here and looks ready to go again. One thing to bear in mind though, this fib set here is drawn from the October high to the March low, okay, and at the moment we're sitting basically at the 50% point, okay, and this here is taken from the high here in June down to the March low and reverse fib and throws up a 161 here, okay, which is basically a target, you know, around this area here. Also, this is just a little fib projection and it shows a 61.8% here as well, so they're basically lining up. Elliott wave wise, I'd be thinking that due to the inverted head and shoulders bottom we had, and one thing about inverted head and shoulders bottoms are that they are very good at always hitting their targets, okay, and the target is up at this range up around here, provided I've got the neckline right, but give or take it should be around that, or even around this fib here. Could be another place to be looking to find a target. So whether we hit here and do a wave 3 and then come down for a 4 and then up to a 5 to complete that, or do we do a 3 here and then come back into a 4, okay, and then upwards again for a 5, is what we've yet to find out. Yeah, so basically it's still looking bullish to me with these MAs and what have you. Just going to have a look at the indicators here, and this is the MACD. I was trying to trend up on this little angle here. It looks like it could want to basically keep on going and go again. This is the daily chart we're talking about here at the moment. This is a very fast scholastics I've got on this. Okay, it's definitely turning down, so whether we do 1 or 2 days sideways, good question. The other thing to look at here is the DEMA filter is still wanting to go up and has more to go. Now these can go up to 70 or 80, but it's not what I call high here at the moment. The other thing to bear in mind is we've had another little short entry trigger. Short entry is trigger to buy, okay, something to look at there. And also what we need to look at is the RSI, which is basically in another little upward slant here at the moment. Okay, just want to quickly have a look at a couple of things on the other two charts, the weekly. On the weekly, the two things to note here are these two candles. This is a bullish engulfing pattern. Okay, the MAs have just done a nice big cross down here on the 30 and the 50. Okay, it has broken through this trend line, which has come from the October high. So it's just broken through that, came up and hit up against our 50% fib here. So whether our 3 is up here, our 4 is down there, and our 5 is up here, would be an interesting thing. Note the 200-day moving average here. I'm pretty sure it wants to trade back up to that. The Dow, since what I've got on it as far as going back in time, which is about to 1980, always tends to hang around the 200 or above it. Okay, something to bear in mind. Also, the MACD on the weekly here is hinting that it just might want to turn up. Okay, now these greens and reds here are basically from my little short entry triggers and exits. Okay, and they've worked quite well. If we go back and have a look at the main chart where they go through, you'll see basically every time we've got a turn on them, we've had a turn down, another turn down, okay, turn up, okay, another turn up. Okay, the other thing is it hasn't triggered a sell yet. Okay, so it's something else to bear in mind with that. Quickly just have a look at the monthly chart as well. Another bullish engulfing pattern. Also, it's getting very close to going through the top door here on the Gann grid. Okay, and it's getting close to the top Bollinger finally. So I think it'd probably want to go back up to that and to the 50 and the 30-day moving averages. Basically the one there is something to look at. Now it's not the end of the month yet, so if that comes back down and closes flat and makes a liar out of me, I'll be damned. But just looking at the indicators, the MACD has still got further to go on it. Okay, could top out around about here, might not, might just keep going. Just here quickly, the DEMA is still a long way to go. It's only at 49. Usually 54 I consider a buy, which it could hit at 54, come back to a 50 and then go back up again, or it could just go straight through it. This still has more to go on the measure of what it's done in the past, and that's up at 75, and it's only about 71 at the moment. So it's got a bit more gas in the tank. Scholastic's still got further to go. And that's a slow Scholastic too, and also the RSI has further to go in my opinion as well, quite easily. So overall I think the Dow's still a bit on the bullish side.